You're listening to Into the Disappearing. I'm Marin Blake. Along a remote stretch of Highway 50, Nevada's so-called loneliest road in America, there's a crumbling roadside motel called the Crescent Arms. You've probably driven past a dozen like it, peeling paint, mildewed curtains, a blinking red vacancy sign flickering against the desert dark. But in late 2022, something strange started happening at the Crescent Arms. Travelers would check in. They'd be handed a key to room 6. And inside, they'd find someone already there. Someone who wasn't supposed to exist. This is episode 33, Vacancy. The Crescent Arms is located about 40 miles east of Fallon, Nevada. No streetlights, no cell signal, just desert. It's run by a quiet, soft-spoken man named Arthur Kelman who inherited it from his father. He rarely books more than 2 rooms a week, mostly to long-haul truckers or cross-country road trippers. But then came the reports.
I checked in, got the key to room 6, opened the door, and there was this girl sitting on the bed, just sitting there, not moving. She looked at me once and then turned away. I thought she was maybe sick or something, but she wouldn't speak. So I closed the door and went back to the office, and Arthur just stared at me when I told him. He said no one was in that room.
5 separate guests, all unrelated, reported the same thing. A pale woman, mid-20s with shoulder-length dark hair, sitting silently in room 6. Always wearing the same thing, a white tank top, faded jeans, no shoes. She never spoke, never moved, and when the staff checked later, the room would be empty. No signs of forced entry, no surveillance footage of anyone leaving. Arthur Kelman tried brushing it off at first, but when a county deputy stayed overnight during a brief investigation, he too filed a report.
Entered room 6 at approximately 11:42 p.m. Thought I saw a figure in the bathroom mirror. Room empty on inspection. Distinct feeling of cold. Lights flickered.
The log was never followed up. Arthur's father, Henry Kelman, kept handwritten ledgers. And in the 1984 book, there's a scribbled entry next to room 6, circled 3 times. J. Dorner, August 12, 1984. Paid cash, never checked out. No driver's license number, no credit card. A note below the line reads, belongings left behind. Room resealed. The following week, the motel closed. Room 6 for renovations that never happened. It reopened 30 years later, with no explanation. In 2023, a paranormal research student named Theo Larson spent a weekend in room 6 with a basic recorder. He left it running overnight. What it captured is what you just heard. 3 soft knocks, repeated. 13 times, always from the inside of the closet wall. Theo also left a note when he checked out. I heard breathing, not mine. She's in the wall. Each reported sighting has occurred between 2 a.m. and 3:15 a.m. Even if guests weren't awake when they say the encounter began. One woman, Stephanie Ramos, claims she fell asleep in room 6 at 10:30 p.m. and woke up on the floor with no sheets, lights off, and the TV playing static. She checked the timestamp on her phone, 3:11 a.m. Her voice, recorded hours later.
I heard someone say my name, over and over. But it was my voice, not someone else's. I was talking to myself from inside the closet.
The Lyon County Sheriff's Department opened a brief case file after a Crescent Arms guest went missing in early 2023. Name, James Holden. Room assigned, room 6. He checked in on February 8th. Never checked out. Car still in the lot, key still in the door. Inside the room, nothing but his open duffel, the bed unmade, and his cell phone wedged behind the dresser. The last photo taken? A mirror selfie at 2:06 a.m. in the background, a second face.
My dad used to say some rooms remember, that some places don't forget who stayed too long. Room 6 has always been weird. I don't go in there anymore unless I have to. Sometimes the AC's on full blast. Sometimes the bed's warm, like someone just left. One time I swear I saw someone in the window, but when I got the door open, it was just that same cold smell, like metal or dust.
No new guests have been placed in room 6 since May of this year. The door now stays locked. Taped across the threshold, a piece of notebook paper with 6 words. Vacancy doesn't mean no one's home. There are still travelers who ask for room 6 on purpose. Some leave by sunrise, some never do. And some send back postcards postmarked from places that don't exist. Motel rooms are supposed to be temporary places, a pause between destinations. But the Crescent Arms reminds us, some stays don't end, and some guests were never meant to leave. This has been Into the Disappearing. I'm Marin Blake. Next week, we will start our Halloween part of the series. This is always my favorite part of the year. Halloween parties, creepy stories, and mysteries all around. We will be hearing about a Halloween invitation that was never supposed to be sent. Stay tuned for The House at Sycamore End. Stay safe, everyone.
When the night gets bright and the stars align, we stir up dreams in cosmic time. A little stardust, a little tune, you're mixing it